Water scarcity and indigenous knowledge, traditional practices. Title: Water scarcity and indigenous knowledge, traditional practices. Introduction. Water scarcity, defined as the lack of sufficient available water resources to meet the demands of human and environmental needs within a specific region, has become a growing global concern. The Incorporated. Rising population, climate change impacts, and unsustainable water management practices are exacerbating the problem. In addressing water scarcity, it is crucial to recognize and leverage the Indige. New knowledge and traditional practices of local communities. This article aims to explore the significance of indigenous knowledge and traditional practices in mitigating water scarcity issues and ensuring sustainable water management. Understanding water scarcity. Water scarcity is not a concept that is new to indigenous communities around the world. Many indigenous peoples have been living in harmony with nature for centuries, relying on their deep environmental knowledge to manage water resources sustainably. They understand that water is not just a commodity but a life-giving force that needs to be respected and protected. Indigenous knowledge and traditional practices. 1. Water conservation techniques. Many indigenous communities have developed innovative water conservation techniques over generations. These techniques focus on collecting, storing, and efficiently utilizing water resources. Traditional practices include the construction of reservoirs, dams, and intricate irrigation systems that capture and distribute water effectively. 2. Rainwater harvesting. Indigenous communities possess valuable knowledge about rainwater harvesting techniques. 3. Water allocation and distribution. Traditional water governance systems provide insights into efficient water allocation and distribution methods. Indigenous communities have established rules and regulations that ensure equitable sharing of water resources among community members. These systems prioritize the needs of vulnerable groups, ensuring everyone has access to clean and adequate water supplies. 4. Watershed management. Indigenous communities have intricate knowledge of their local watersheds, including the natural flow of rivers, lakes, and groundwater sources. Their traditional practices include watershed protection and reforestation techniques that sustain water levels and quality. Indigenous communities understand the connection between healthy ecosystems and plentiful water resources. 5. Water rituals and spiritual connection. Indigenous cultures often exhibit deep spiritual connections to water. Ceremonies, rituals, and traditional practices celebrate the importance of water in their lives, emphasizing the need for respectful coexistence. These rituals strengthen community bonds and reinforce water stewardship principles. Challenges faced by indigenous communities. Despite possessing rich indigenous knowledge and traditional practices, indigenous communities face numerous challenges in preserving and utilizing their water-related wisdom. These challenges include 1. Marginalization and displacement. Indigenous communities frequently face marginalization, discrimination, and displacement from their ancestral lands. This disrupts their traditional water management practices and impedes their ability to sustainably protect and manage water resources. 2. Lack of recognition. Indigenous knowledge and practices are often disregarded or undervalued by external institutions and authorities. The traditional practices that have sustained water resources for generations are sometimes seen as backward or primitive, leading to the loss of vital knowledge systems. 3. Climate change impacts. Indigenous communities are disproportionately affected by the impacts of climate change, including shifts in rainfall patterns, droughts, and reduced water availability. As the climate crisis deepens, their traditional practices may need to be adapted or reinforced to address emerging challenges. 4. Limited access to resources. Indigenous communities often lack access to resources, such as funding and technical expertise, required to maintain and revitalize their traditional water management practices. Supportive policy. Partnerships and capacity building initiatives are necessary to ensure the preservation and promotion of Indigenous knowledge. The role of technology in water management. In complementing Indigenous knowledge and traditional practices, modern technology can play a significant role in addressing water scarcity challenges. Innovative solutions offer opportunities for enhanced water management and conservation. Here are some examples. 1. Water monitoring systems. Advanced water monitoring technologies, such as remote sensing and IoT, Internet of Things, devices, provide real-time data on water quantity and quality. This information helps in identifying stress areas, leak detection, and optimizing water usage. 2. Desalination. Desalination technology enables the conversion of seawater or brackish water into fresh water, overcoming water scarcity in coastal regions. Energy-efficient desalination plants and emerging technologies, like forward osmosis and electrochemical desalination, contribute to sustainable water supply options. 3. Smart irrigation systems. Smart irrigation systems utilize sensors and weather data to optimize irrigation practices in agriculture. By precisely delivering the right amount of water where and when needed, these systems reduce water wastage and increase crop productivity. 4. Water purification and treatment. Advanced water purification technologies, such as reverse osmosis, ultraviolet disinfection, and nanofiltration, remove contaminants and ensure safe drinking water supplies. These technologies can be particularly useful in areas facing water pollution issues. 5. Rainwater harvesting and storage. Technological advancements have improved rainwater harvesting and storage systems. Innovations include efficient filtration, automated collection systems, and durable storage tanks, enabling easy implementation and maintenance of rainwater harvesting practices. Importance of collaboration and knowledge exchange. To effectively address water scarcity, it is crucial to foster collaboration and knowledge exchange between Indigenous communities, scientific institutions, policymakers, and other stakeholders. By c.